Y94.1, the Vegas Party Station. It is Babs. Welcome to my first edition of Celebrity Hookups here in the Tampa Bay area. They say celebrity men love women here in Tampa Bay. Now, if you don't remember, I was telling you a couple of months ago that someone came to me and told me that they hooked up with Ray J. I was shocked at what she had to say too, but then I'm like, you know what? People who are good in bed tend to be a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, a little crazy. But welcome to the show, Anonymous. We are ready for you to spill the tea.
Listen, he is crazy, but he is definitely good in bed. You know, let's just say he got the motion in the ocean, okay? And girl, yeah, I enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed it. And but you know, that I would say the size though, it's not all that. Especially with all the stuff that he be saying, it's not that big. When I seen that Kim Kardashian video when he had Kim, he looks much bigger in that video.
Do you think they edited the video to make him look bigger?
I feel like they did. No, I think they did. I definitely think they did. But again, he has the motion in the ocean, and he definitely know how to eat well. So that was definitely that's definitely a plus.
Spicy. Let us know. When did you guys, how did it happen? Where did you meet? You could be very vague. You don't have to give us very specific details, but how did you guys meet and what led to this?
We met after the concert, actually, when he was out here in Tampa. It just happened.
Yeah, so I was telling him at the beginning, you met him at the Millennium Tour, right?
Yes, the Millennium Tour. It just happened, you know, we started chatting. And then he gave me his number, reached out to me afterwards, and we went to hang out. And one thing led to the other. You know, we're adults, so things are going to happen. And I knew what I was getting myself into. I enjoyed it. So if I would do it again, I definitely would do it again.
All right, so how was it initiated? So you meet, was he like, hey, come back and hang out with me, or how did it go?
Yeah, absolutely. So we met, and then we're talking, and then when I give him my phone number, he hit me up after we went out and said to meet him up at a spot. I'm not going to say where, but we met up somewhere, and we were hanging out all night. It was so much fun. He's a great person, though. He is a really good person. He has a good heart. You know, people go through things in life where, you know, people are going to talk crazy about you, and I think that's where Ray J stands in his life. But it was fun. It was fun. You know when he said that, and it got me. I was like, what in the world? What the hell? Right? He said that my felt like a new, like a normal. I was like, okay. I just kept going with the flow, you know. But I was like, well, okay, my normal.
So he was basically saying you're virgin tight, like you felt brand new down there.
Yeah, my cat, girl. It was fast. It wasn't even long. That's the thing, too, though. I was kind of disappointed with the time frame because it didn't last more than 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. So it didn't last long. And did he tell you felt virgin tight in the midst of it all or afterwards?
Yes, in the midst of us having he was like, damn, this is like a normal
Wait, okay. So did you guys both go each other or...
Of course. I sure did. I definitely did give him this good and how to make sure he knows, you know, where I'm from.
So, do you think his eating skills are better than the other, or is he better at the other thing than the eating skills?
His eating skills are better. And you know what cracks me up? Because I was like, you know, the next day he ends up with his ex-wife or whatever, Princess, and that's when they had that whole picture going around, Rival, and her meeting him in Miami. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, I just in my up before.
Wow. Okay, so have you ever hooked up with any other celebrities?
I have not. You know, I've met them, but I have not. I didn't hook up with them. Ray J was the first celebrity I actually hooked up with.
Now, out of 1 to 10, what would you give him?
A 7.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay, Ray J. So a C basically.
Yeah, he's C rated.
What would you give his eating skills?
I would give that a 10.
Oh, A+.
Right, A+ on that one. His eating skills are phenomenal. I was, yeah. Clock that.
I've heard that he is a paymaster. You know, Suki says that, you know, he said that he basically was giving Suki like 70 racks. I believe a month or something for her bills. I can't remember the exact amount. But did he offer you any money? Has he offered you anything?
I mean, he gave me some money that night, but he said it like offer me that much like that. Wish. I don't think I'll be in Tampa anymore.
Period. Okay, but he still was like, here. Did he try to say like, here, this is for gas or this is for food?
Right. Yeah. So he didn't make it seem like it was, you know, for us having or anything like that at all. He was like, no, he was like, here's money for food, gas, get to where you got to go. Yeah, and that's it. Left it at that.
Yes. Okay. Now, do you guys have plans on seeing each other again or?
I haven't spoken to him, unfortunately. You know, we have each other's number, but, you know, I'm that type of woman that's not going to go and chase you, you know, just because you're a celebrity. You know, it was a good thing. It was a good thing happened. And, again, if he comes back out here and he hits me up, then I'll definitely do it again.
Ooh, now I appreciate you, Anonymous, or would you like to shout your real self out so people can give you a follow?
No, I'll keep it anonymous.
Okay, my girl will keep it anonymous, but I heard from the grapevine through other people that you were a 10 out of 10 in bed too as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Well, Babs, you know I like girls too.
Interesting. I'm just kidding, girl. You crazy. I love you so much. Thank you for calling into the show.
Thank you. I love you so much, babe.
Wow. Okay, so we've heard from her that Ray J is good in bed. Well, she gave him a 7. She said he was a 7 in bed, but he was a 10 out of 10 on his, you know, eating skills. I'm talking about in it, so that's good enough for me. I mean, Ray J is better than the celebrity I hooked up with. If you don't remember, I talked about the celeb that I hooked up with on Plead the Fifth. So I'm not going to say his name again, but I will say he was in the Friday movie. He's a comedian. He's a little bit on the chubbier side. You know, I like him chubby. I got somebody in the studio. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, he shook his head. Yeah, I thought people forgot. But anyway, I ended up hooking up with him, and it was a crazy situation. Like, I'll describe the situation or talk about the situation again in case you didn't see the Plead the Fifth. But I met him at a comedy club. He's like, hey, want to go back to like the hotel resort and hang out, the one that they put me up in? I was like, yeah. I was a super young girl at the time. We go back to the hotel. We ended up, you know, hooking up. I ended up passing out because I had did a bunch of shots at the comedy club. I wake up in the middle of the night. I look next to me. I hear this loud noise, like this man had on a sleep apnea mask. Now, it's nothing wrong with that, but this was my first time seeing somebody with a sleep apnea mask. So I was a little taken back. Like, he reminded me of Bane. Remember Bane from The Dark Knight? That's kind of what it reminded me of. And I look over, I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, it's a sleep apnea mask. And he put it back on. I was like, all right, cool. He's fine. But then I end up waking up in the morning and he's like, hey, here's, you know, some money. Again, like the girl said in this Ray J situation, they give you money at the end, but they don't make it seem prostitute-y. They're like, here's some money, use it for food, use it for gas, use it for your kids. I don't have kids, but that's what they do. So he ended up giving me some money. I left. I go downstairs, you know, from the resort, and guess what? My damn tire was flat. So I needed the money to get my tires fixed. So I had to have somebody come change out my tire. He probably would have got me a tire if I had asked him, but I didn't want to go back upstairs because it was just really weird. I barely knew him. He barely knew me. And I just wanted to leave, okay? What's crazy is one of the other radio personalities here in town saw me talking about him on Plead the Fifth. He actually told him about it when he came to town. So this particular person came on my show and he's like, yeah, you telling people that we hooked up. Well, we did hook up, but he wasn't mad because he said I could talk about it. But we ended up laughing and letting bygones be bygones. But would I ever sleep with this particular person again? No. No, not at all. I don't even have a rating. I don't even have a rating for this particular celebrity. But listen, if you have hooked up with a celebrity here in the Tampa Bay area, I want to hear your story. You could be a guy who's hooked up with a girl celebrity. You could be a girl who's hooked up with a guy celebrity. Just like in this story, I will keep you anonymous, and I can also disguise your voice. Unless you're okay with people knowing who you are. Maybe you're an OnlyFans girl, and you want to get more people coming to your platform. If you want to live in your truth, just let me know, and we can, I'll say your name live on the radio and everything. Anything you want me to do, I got you. Listen, this is the first episode of Celebrity Hookups here in the Tampa Bay area. It is Babs on Wild 94.1, and I am out. I'll see you next week. Maybe I could get in touch with the girl who threw her panties on stage at Plies. So on 94.1, we out.